African leaders, I keep saying these things that there are so many things they have to start knowing. Look at these countries that African leaders are doing themselves small boys for. My people, what leaders in Africa, Ghana, they have to know is these countries and these persons, this president, these people, the system, they have awareness in negativity, high level of awareness in negativity. And so when they meet you and you don't know who you are, they will take advantage of you. And African leaders, Africans, still don't know who they are. They don't know themselves as gods. Just like how many citizens see the white as a god. That is how most African leaders, they see these world leaders as they see, as gods. The fact that these people are smiling with them, then they lose their guard down. They don't see themselves as powerful or even more powerful than these leaders. Because from a higher perspective, my people, these persons, they don't know. These world leaders, as they are talking about, they don't know. Because just by sitting down, there are so many things that I can give them to stop the wars and things that are happening in their country. So they themselves, they don't have awareness of what to stop so many things that are worrying to them in their own countries, in their own continent. They don't know. I tell you, these persons, they don't know. They don't know. And so what they know is the awareness they have in taking advantage of you, the African leader, who also don't know who you are. Because how many of the African leaders knows who they are? How many of the African leaders who are taking decisions that when you look at the contract, you will see that yes, this African leader knows who they are. That is what this thing is making Africa progress, or this country progress. You see, most of the contracts, they go with African leaders. Most of the time, they are taking advantage of us because of what these leaders also don't know. And so just like the Chinese, when they come, people they are looking for is the government officials, even a foolish Chinese person, a foreigner, who does not know who they are. Because of the money they have, they want to have a connection with some government officials. Then that is it. When it's that way, then all citizens, they don't have sense. That is how most of the time they see that in the news recently, 27 years on the street, dressed like security personnel on the street. He started taking out something like a smoke. These things that the security people they use. They started throwing this thing on the street and then pull up a sharp knife. He meets person this way, cutting you with a knife, and then 3 people dead and some were injured. And then later they found this person from a story building and has fell dead and gone. You see, this happened in Asia recently. So these persons, they don't know, just like the Russia, these world countries as they see. Look at what is happening on the street, the shootings and the killings. They don't know, my people, they don't know. So you don't allow yourself and see these persons as gods over you, because they don't know. A situation whereby they see the Russian president, a calculated step. Then they'll be putting some graphics, they'll be showing you things that they know his steps. Everything is calculated. So before he go to certain place, you have someone to go and measure the step he has to take, the number of steps. So people know, security men and everyone knows. So if it's 40 steps, 100 steps, they know all these things are calculated. Then they'll be telling you these things. That is how they throw your brain off. Because from a higher perspective, these things are useless. If you have awareness in this, and these things are happening in your country, what shows that you know? They don't know. I tell you, if this person, they themselves, they want to know, I can give them so many ideas to stop so many bullshit that is happening in those countries. My people, they don't know. I tell you, they don't know. So if you, as an African leader, you don't begin to see things this way, it will be hard for you to grasp these things because of your belief system. Most African leaders are into beliefs that are limiting. And so knowledge to make them see things from a higher perspective, they don't. They always want to belong. When this person invite them, they always want to belong. Look at these persons who have invited the Ghana president. When they invite the African president, then we are happy. This is not something to be happy about. What happened to Burkina Faso? Look at the country that supported Burkina Faso. Russia and what? China. They say they are what? NATO or whoever too. All these persons. Look at what they did. When the president of Ghana, John Mahama, invited Traore to Ghana, and then you have the Chinese president also invite the Ghana president. This is not something that we should be happy about. Because look at Russia. The Russia president, Africans are seeing that they came to save Traore. They were the ones behind Traore's success. Look at their country. The person who is the savior, who saved an African country, Look at what he's doing to another person in his continent. He's making sure someone who wants to be free is not free. Making sure Zelensky is not free. And this is the person who has come to your continent to say that he has saved you and that you are happy. I say there are so many things that African leaders have to start knowing. So you see Traore this way, it is this way, but there's something. Some things are coming. African leaders have to begin to have a knowing, and this knowing is what is going to save the continent and leaders. Else, the Traore, as you see, so they will help you build. Then later, they'll be coming in again so smoothly in a way that you will not understand. Because these persons, they have a high level of awareness in negativity, taking advantage of what? Us. So what you begin to tell them is what will make them know that I shouldn't have, even in a case whereby I say that I want to help, I shouldn't have even been bringing these policies. They will know. It's knowledge. Because they don't know, my people, African leaders, me, I'm telling you these things. I say they don't know. Because these persons, I can give them ideas to stop so many things that are happening. They can't find solution for. I can give them solutions. African leaders begin to see things this way. They don't know. These persons, I'm telling you, they don't know. The awareness they have is in that. But they can't see from a higher perspective the solution that they need to get for the problems that they themselves they are creating, but they don't know. So why will you be doing yes amasa for such persons? They don't know. Belief systems that most African leaders who says they are coming to save the country are in, it's not making them see these people for who they are. It's like a privilege when these persons invite African leaders. No. It's not a privilege because if we have this China president being invited by the Ghana president to this Ghana, and certain things have to be looked at, they will know. They have sense in this continent. So Traore, as you see, so it is nice, but it's not really safe. Traore is not safe. These countries that is around Traore, look at them, what they are doing. Like Russia, look at what it's doing. You are not making somebody free. And they said that you are helping Africans. What help? Begin to see things this way. We help you to do this thing. Now the help is what will be in your mind. And other world countries, anytime something happens in Africa, they have a problem with another continent. As they say, they are the world most powerful. Then another of them want to also take advantage. That is what they are doing to Africa. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Anjala 1, Anjala 2. That is what they are doing to Africans. Until you have a grounding, not going to do some external things. It's a knowing. It's that knowing that you, as an African leader, is going to ground you because they are acting like the narcissists. You see, African leaders, as a leader, the thing is, when your level of awareness begin to increase and you near these persons, the conversations that you are having with them, they want to take advantage. They'll begin to tell you the things that they even want to do in secrecy to you. I tell you, that is what makes you a god. Leaders, Africans have forgotten who they are as gods. I tell you, just by standing in front of these persons, all the things that they want to say, they want to do in secrecy against you, advantage they want to take, they will tell you without even them not knowing. So the things you say to them when they leave, now it will be ringing in their mind to a point where they have to call you that they want to do something to help you. I tell you. And so African leaders begin to see things this way. It's awareness. I keep telling you people that awareness is God. Knowledge, awareness is God. It's not prayer. Because if it's prayer, this person shouldn't be taking advantage of us. It's a knowing. When you have that knowing, that is what is going to ground you. They are not powerful. So if you have a country that is coming to save you, they say, and this country always have budget for bombs, ammunitions. Every time they have to be sending troops to certain places, send food here, water here. This is what they are using part of the money that when they come here and make, they are using some for that. Begin to ask yourself whether these people they know. It's all about war, fight, making sure some people are not free. If you want to move out, they say, but we are the most powerful. We have everything and we have bomb. Why do you want to run away? And most African leaders, they don't have a higher knowledge. When they are being cheated and they want to run away, they don't know what to even tell these persons to make them face themselves. And so that is why when you want to move away, then now they are showing you the ammunitions, the bombs that they've spent so much money in building all these things. You see, and then now they are showing you, if you do, we will bring it to, you can bring this one, the latest one. You see, then they will start publishing false news. You see, it's their knowledge. When they receive this knowledge to be ringing in their mind, they will know that a God has spoken to them. Know who you are. It's not about religion, because most of the things in religion is to keep you. My people, me, everything that I'm telling you is just for you to know and have confidence in yourself, because these world leaders, as they say, they are supposed to worship you. If you don't know, it's when they'll keep taking advantage, because they themselves, they don't know. So who are you as an African leader? So many things that have been happening in Ghana, just Ghana here. When you want to talk about Charlie, it's more. The Chinese people who are even in Ghana, most of them, they don't respect the citizens. There are so many things that can be done. So these persons, when they come to settle here, they will respect every black person. They have a way of seeing blacks. And when they come to the country, it's still the same lens at which they are seeing blacks. And so if you have their president smiling at you, that don't mean that their people are smiling with your people. Why? Because there are some policies African leaders are signing that even their prisoners who come to Africa feel like their president. Why? Because most of them also have connection with the government officials. And when they slap a Ghanaian and they even take them to the police station, an African who also don't know who they are will go and bring these persons home. Why? Because so many things are not changed in Africa to reset the minds of the Ghanaian. I tell you, so in a situation whereby these persons, they will take a Ghanaian as a leader, taking care of the blacks, anything they say to you as a leader, who are making sure Ghanaians who are working under them are free, anything they tell you is what you should do. And if these leaders also don't know, you have to be going with them and also be telling their people, oh, see, I've been telling them, but this is what they are saying. Because if you don't go with them, they want somebody who is Jimmy. You don't go with them, they will sack you and bring another junkie. That is what they are doing. Why? Because they see that the system is fufu lele. Because if you have somebody like Ashawan, who has come to the country doing illegal mining and has been deported, has come back again, changed her name, and has been caught again, and you see the media, every time there's court, it's time for court, all the media, everyone is talking about this person. All these things are awareness. So if you are a leader and these things are happening, it's a clear sign that you don't know what you're about. I tell you, because you are teaching Ghanaians that these persons are lords. These people, in as much as they'll be smiling with you, they will catch you when your people come there and come and do something. Even if they don't do anything, they are seeing them as animals, most of them. Then how much more that the person will come and do this thing in their country? You lie. They will put you behind bars. They will show you. And when they deport you, you don't have access again. See things this way. How come this such person was able to come back again when she was deported? Wherever that she passed and then entered into the country, everyone who is there has to be fired. I tell you, you people who allowed this Chinese woman to come in this country again, Ashawan, whoever, and then she has to be going to court, all these persons who are in the borders have to be fired. These people who are at the borders, they are only hard on Africans. Even Togo, here alone, people say these things. They'll be doing all these things there. If you can't speak the language, then you there, they'll be so hard on you. But look at Ghana, which is the gateway to Africa. I'm telling you that this statement is true. And if leaders in this country are not seeing things this way, it will be flipped. I'm telling you people, if you want to reset the Ghanaians' mind, you don't have to be doing these things. I tell you, a Chinese person will do something, and then this person will be taken to court, and then they'll be going, they'll be coming, they'll be going. Then today, Ashawan Assembly Ebabekano, you see, in the local news. And you see, and this will be happening national. You see, this is how we are teaching the Ghanaians. Already, the educational system, is moving the Ghanaian from self. I tell you people, and changing this thing is simple. And then you have these things that are happening in the country. This is also awareness. How can the African believe in themselves if these things are happening? If leaders who are supposed to take drastic decisions to show these persons that you can mess up anywhere, but you can't come here and do anything anyhow, also teaches their president there. You see, that is how they can respect you. So if you have these persons invite us, it's all mind game. You see, because you invited Traoré, and the Traoré, the Burkina Faso leader, president, there's also something that he has to know. I tell you, you invited him, and so so we have to also invite you, because nobody has invited him so far. It's you, it's the Ghana president, the gateway to Africa. You see, so they also have to invite you. When will African leaders also invite these world countries? They say leaders to come. This is what we should be looking at. Certain systems that is not making their people, who most of them are prisoners, are not respecting Africans who are well-to-do, Africans who are gods. They are not respecting them. My people, Let's begin to see things this way. Because if you want to build a country, this is how we change the mindset of the people, by the decisions, the things that we do.